everyone, Miss Diorio here from Citizenship Academy. I hope you did a really good job on your spelling test. I'm excited to see them. For our next video today, we're going to talk about types of sentences. So we've learned 3 different types of sentences. See if you can name those 3 with somebody at your house right now. We learned about statements, which are some sentences that tell us something, like, I like bananas. He went to the park. What do statements end in? What kind of punctuation? Period. Okay. What's another type of sentence we've learned about are questions. Questions ask something. So like, do you like vanilla ice cream? Are you going to the park today? You're asking somebody a question. You're asking somebody something because you want to know something. So questions end in that question mark. Go ahead and draw one in the air. I like drawing question marks. I think they're fun. And then our last type of sentence is an exclamation. We did this a couple lessons ago, so it's okay if you didn't remember that. Exclamations are sentences that have strong feelings, whether it's happiness, sadness, anger, frustration, whatever it is, it's a strong feeling. When you see an exclamation point, that sentence is an exclamation, you're going to say it with that feeling. So like, I love ice cream. I love the park. The park was so fun. You're going to end that with an exclamation point. So here are 3 different punctuation marks that we learned about for our types of sentences. We have periods to end statements that tell us something, question marks to end questions that ask something, and an exclamation point to end an exclamation that shows a strong feeling. Okay, so go ahead and draw those in the air. We have period, question mark, can make the noise, and exclamation point. All right, let's watch our flowcab on ending punctuation on our different types of sentences before we get into our activity today. So I'm going to make myself disappear so you guys can enjoy the flowcab. Pay attention to the end punctuation. We have exclamation points for exclamations, questions for questioning, question marks for questioning statements, and periods for statements. Blah, blah, blah. All right, here we go.
Welcome to the punctuation party. We're end marks.
We're end marks? What do we do?
We do all kinds of cool stuff. We tell you when to stop. We tell you when the thought has been completed. We just
slow down! Exclamation point. The party's just getting started.
It is?
Hi, I'm a period, not the boast, but I'm the end punctuation you'll see the most. Yeah, I come at the end of a telling sentence. Those give information like I am a dentist. A sentence with the period is a statement. It tells or states some information. Use your normal voice anytime you read a sentence that ends with a little old me. Your voice might go down for the last few words. Mouthwash is good for killing germs. Yo, you'll see me in commands too. Those are sentences that tell you what to do. Check it. Open your mouth. Take a drink. Gargle the water and then spit it in the sink. I'm the party goer who only tells. Soon you meet one who asks and one who yells.
There are 3 punctuation marks you'll find at the end of every sentence. Oh my!
So a period tells.
A question mark asks?
Exclamation point show feelings to the max. There are 3 punctuation marks you'll find at the end of every sentence. Oh my!
So a period tells.
A question mark asks?
Exclamation point show feelings to the max.
Do you know who I am? Have you seen me before? I'm the question mark. Would you like to know more? I'm at the end of questions, asking sentences like, why did you buy that poor old dentist? Questions often start with who, when, where, what, why, did, can, or how is your thumb now? At the end of a question, what does your voice do? It should go up like it's going through the roof.
Hey, I can't wait to tell you who I am and what I do. I'm the exclamation point. Yahoo! I come at the end of sentences to show excitement. I show strong feelings and I can't hide it. Exclamations are loud. I supply happy, sad, anger, pride. Feeling in your voice when I'm around. Come on! Like if your finger gets bitten and you yell, ouch! There are 3 punctuation marks you'll find at the end of every sentence. Oh my!
Show a period
A
tells.
question mark asks?
Exclamation point show feelings to the max. There are 3 punctuation marks you'll find at the end of every sentence.
Oh my. Show a period
A
tells.
question mark asks?
Exclamation point show feelings to the max.
Well, this is the end of the song.
What should we do now?
I'm gonna read a book.
Well, I'm going on a big vacation.
Where are you going?
I'm going to Spain. I'm gonna flip myself upside down.
I like that song. So another important thing to note about that is we've been talking a lot about punctuation by adding it to our sentences, but in that video they talk about how your voice changes when you read different types of sentences. So statements you just kind of read like because you're just telling something. Question marks, we've talked about this a lot. When you see a question mark, your voice kind of goes up at the end. You saw that in that video. His voice got higher at the end of the sentence to show that he was reading a question. Exclamation point, you read it with the emotion that is given. So if it's an excited emotion, like, I'm going to the zoo, and there's an exclamation point, you're going to read it excited. If it's an anger emotion, like, I'm so mad, with an exclamation point, you read it a little bit differently. So when you see periods, question marks, exclamation points in your reading, try and read it with a little bit of expression. It takes practice, but you'll get it. It's fun to do. Okay. What I'm going to do is I have 3 sentences written on paper for you. I'm going to have you read it on your own, and then we're going to read it together, and we're going to decide what type of punctuation is at the end, what type of sentence it is, and then what we're going to put at the end, whether a period for a statement, a question for a question mark, or an exclamation point for an exclamation. And you can draw that in the air as I write it on my paper. But first, let's read the sentence. First sentence. Try and read it on your own, and then we'll read it together. See that right? It says, did they catch him? Ooh, him. Did they catch him? What kind of sentence is that? I gave you a hint with my voice. It's a question. Did they catch him? Voice is going up at the end. So what kind of punctuation am I going to put at the end? Go ahead and draw it in the air. Question mark. Whoop. Da. Did they catch him? Try saying that with your voice going up at the end. Did they catch him? All right, next one. Fold my paper. All right, go ahead and read it on your own, then we'll read it together. That's cool. That's cool. What kind of punctuation do you think is going to go at the end of this sentence based on what type of sentence it is? Giving you a little hint when I read it with my voice. Go ahead and draw it on the air, say it out loud. I think an exclamation point. If you're saying, that's cool, you're excited about it, showing some strong feeling. So I'm going to draw an exclamation point at the end. That's cool. All right, last sentence. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Bart shaped up in the end. Oh, end. Sorry, camera's backwards for me. Bart shaped up in the end. What kind of sentence do you think this is? And what's going to go at the end? It's a statement, right? It's telling us. Bart shaped up in the end. Cool. Awesome. Telling us what happened to Bart. Remember at the end of our Jack's Tale story? So we're just going to put a little period. Remember, your periods don't have to be super big. They can just be little dots like that. We know it's a period. So every single one of these sentences that we just did all start with a capital, no matter what. No matter if it's a statement, no matter if it's a question, no matter if it is an exclamation. All start with a capital. Okay? And they all end with some kind of punctuation. Each one of them. Important to remember. So on your own today, you are going to do a mix of things. You go into the Google form. It's called Statements, Questions, and Exclamations. I'm just going to make myself a little bit smaller. Hi. Okay. So it's going to look like this. The directions are read the sentence and choose the best punctuation. So choose period, question mark, or exclamation point to end the sentence. So for questions 1 through 5, you're going to read this sentence and then choose whether it's a statement to end with a period, question to end with a question mark, or an exclamation point to end if it's an exclamation. Okay? Choose those answers for you. I'll do the first one for you, as usual. The kitten sleeps. It's just kind of telling me something, right? So that's a statement, ends with a period, so I'm going to pick period. You can do the rest on your own. That's 1 through 5. Now, 6, 7, and 8, you are going to do on your own. So 6 says, write a question. Right here, I want you to type a question. Could be anything. Could be, what's your cat's name? Could be, what's your favorite color? Could be, what's your favorite ice cream flavor? Whatever question you have, doesn't matter. Make sure it starts with a capital. I'm going to say, what's your cat's name? And ends with a question mark. Same thing here. You're going to write an exclamation. Could be, I love ice cream. I love bananas. I love school. Whatever it is, start it with a capital, end it with an exclamation. Same thing with a statement. Tell me something. Anything. Start it with a capital, end it with a period. When you're done, just hit submit. And I will see all of them and I'll see all your work. If you have any questions, please let me know. And I will see you guys next week. Have a good weekend.